Hello everybody. Welcome to the live. Welcome to season 1, episode 3 of Losing in Love with Madam Speaker. Tonight, I don't have any plans on who's coming in. I'm hoping that the guests who are going to come in, people are going to request, and then we're going to continue with our season 1 and episode 3. I just wanted to put a disclaimer out there before we can even proceed with this one, because guys, it was such a hassle for me. Let me start by apologizing for uploading season 1 episode 2 late. Like, episode 2 was so late, guys. I was so frustrated. The whole week I was frustrated because I couldn't upload episode 2. I think I only managed to upload it on Thursday, and simply because I was just trying, from Saturday after the live. I've been trying to upload it on YouTube, failing up until Thursday, where I even if you can look at it on YouTube, it's not like the first season or any other video that I've uploaded from TikTok. And the reason is, guys, if you want to share your story, okay, obviously when you are sharing your story here, you're going to be able to learn, and you're gonna be empowered, right? But here's the thing. If you want to speak, or if you want to request as a guest, unfortunately, we can't cut out your story, okay? Because the last time somebody came in here and she spoke, and she had a beautiful story to tell, where I felt like even I and the guests and the audience which was here, they were able to give their 2 cents nyana, and it was just a beautiful episode that we had. And right at the end, after speaking to that lady with like after an hour, she then said, please crop this out, please crop this out. And if you know that, because I'm still using my phone to upload videos on this platform and also on other platforms, it becomes a bit of a challenge for me. I know how to do a lot of things, I'm good at a lot of things, but technology is definitely not one of them. So me editing, cropping, this is the reason why I prefer uncut videos. Okay, I do uncut videos because I want to save myself the trouble of having to edit out, because I don't have the time, So last time, after she spoke, the lady who was here, she then said, please crop out. So that cropping out part cost me an entire episode, because after all those edits that I did, every time when I tried to upload the video on YouTube, it was just not going through. It took days and days and days while it was on, 20%, 30%. So it never went through. So I had to cut everything out altogether. I literally had to cut out an hour from our recording just so that I can exclude her part altogether, because I can't be cropping and editing and doing this and that, guys. Because remember, the main aim of us taking these videos the way they are and posting them on YouTube is so that people can have a feel of how it was to be on this live, those who couldn't make it to the live, and also those who would like to revisit the live after it has ended. Maybe there's a part which you love so much, maybe there's a part that you would still want to go back to and just learn, or maybe it comforts you, or for whatever reason that you would like to go and revisit a part of the live, then you can always go on YouTube and revisit it and just watch it and share with whoever that you would like to share with. So that is why strictly Losing in Love is uncut. Losing in Love can't be edited. We can't crop you out. We can't do any of that, okay? So obviously, because I've been seeing a lot of inboxes, and I'm seeing people who say, I can't wait to be on the next Losing in Love, and so that I can share my story. Those who are ready to share their stories, I always advise that it's better for you to not mention your name, and also to switch off your video, so that you don't get to expose yourself if you don't want to be out there. But if you would love to share your story with us and also hear my input on whatever story that you would like to share, then you have to bear in mind that after the live, I'm taking it as it is, uncut, and I'm posting it on YouTube, so that even you, if you want to go visit and say, on this day I shared this story and look at where I am now, then you should be able to go back and look at it. So now if you're creating a job for me to edit out, to do this, it becomes a problem, it becomes a challenge. And my heart was so sore, because so many people have been inboxing me saying, Madam Speaker, we're waiting for season 2. How come season 2 is not up yet? Like, you said that seasons are going to be available on YouTube every Sunday, and now this season is not available. What's happening, I couldn't even explain to everybody to say, listen, the problem is that because the very first guest, after she spoke, or we spoke to her, or we had an engagement with her, an entire hour, she said that, please crop this out, which was like a waste. Sorry to say this. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but I feel like it was a waste of resources for me, because if I'm gonna be doing a live where I promised everybody that I'm gonna upload these things on YouTube, and at the end of that live, you don't say it beforehand, you say it at the end to say, please crop this out, then we shouldn't have even had an engagement in the first place. Because if you want your business to be private to that extent, and I respect people's privacies, you need to understand that. That is why I always say that if you want to share your story and you feel like you don't want to share it publicly, hide your face. Don't mention your name. But if you pressed to share your story, or you feel like, you know what, I need to share this because it was going to make a difference in my life, share the story. But don't tell me at the end to crop it out, because it creates a lot of job for me, and also it's a problem, yabo. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, because really last week was such a sad week for me. We were on a roll, you know. I'm one person that when I commit to something, unless otherwise there's something which happened which is beyond my control, then if I can't fulfill whatever promise that I said I would, then I would rather I can only accept, you know, that this is beyond my control. But if it's something that is controllable, it becomes such a frustration for me to say, yo, Nkosiami, why is it like this, you know? So I could kick myself. I felt like I could kick myself initially, you know, because after that long message and me speaking to that lady, of which I don't feel like it's a waste, because it was fruitful for her, you know. But having her to say let's crop out at the end, and me having to struggle to even upload the video because of all these edits, it was just too many edits, you know. So yeah, we are here now, but all that is in the past. We move on to season 3 of episode. We're moving on to season. Still on season 1, episode 3 of Losing in Love with Madam Speaker. So I just came out of an event. I'm just taking a short break. After this live, I'm gonna go back to that event where I was invited to come and speak to a group of men. Okay, initially the poster was saying that it's a men's conference and women must come and respond, which for me, it was such an emotional thing, and it was like a thing that I've been waiting for the longest time, you know. So I couldn't wait for today. But when I got there, the atmosphere was a bit different. It was not exactly what I expected, but I did manage to speak the way that I wanted to speak, although I didn't speak fully, because you know me, I could go on for hours and hours and hours, but the environment, and also because we were behind schedule and everything, I couldn't speak. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a chance here on this live to actually speak on that. But for now, let's see if we have anybody who would like to come in and share their story of them losing in love. As we say, I always emphasize that this losing in love is not limited to you losing financially, you know. Anything is a loss in love. Anything is a loss in love, you know. So whatever that feels like it's a loss for you throughout your love story, you can share with us. And it doesn't necessarily have to be women always who share their stories of losing in love. Men also do have losses. And in actual fact, I feel like every relationship, at the end of every relationship, there's a gain and a loss, you know, depending on how excruciating or how excruciating is the pain of the loss that comes with a relationship or a relation coming to an end. It is not limited, okay? It's not limited to any gender. So anybody who is more than willing to share their story of losing in love, they can always come here and share their story. But then now, because I see that we don't have any guests yet, I believe that maybe a lot of people, because a lot of people had set reminders, but because I connected late, I'm seeing that now we don't have any guests who are requesting to come in. Let's see. Okay, that was just me fiddling. That was just me fiddling with things there. So that means that whoever that comes in is gonna pop up there, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay. But then I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys what I was on about today, while we wait for whoever that would like to connect and share with us their losing in love story. If you don't have anybody to share a story of losing in love, you know me, I'm flexible. I'm more than willing to just speak to the people, to the masses, and then we wrap up the show. But I see there's one person who has requested to come in. So we're gonna speak to her and let's hear from her. I'm not gonna mention anybody's name. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, my love?
I'm well, thanks, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name? Would you
My
like to
name is,
share? Let's start here. Would you like to share your name?
yes, I don't mind sharing my name.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Christine.
Yes, Christine.
Yeah, and I've been following you for so long, and you actually gave me this, this you took out this thing in me, to come out and just accept what I've been through and actually move on.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, just to cut this story a bit short, with my loss on my marriage. I was married,
Okay.
and yeah, I was a bit lucky because I didn't lose all my stuff.
Okay.
Um, yeah, with my ex-husband, when we met, I was this one person, not I was, I'm this one person that when I get in a relationship, I
Mm.
don't look for materials and all that. I just believe that we can grow together. Whatever
Oh.
the person has, we bring it together on the table, then we come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
So when we met, he was just a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
Then up to a point where we even got married. He was involved in an accident, and then that's how he managed to actually make a wedding. Then we got married. But throughout
Okay.
this process, he has been having this insecurity because I'm a professional somebody that
Okay.
he wasn't working. For him, he was just a hustler. So I
Yeah.
think that has been making him so insecure,
Mm.
and his insecurities is the one that at the end it led us to a divorce,
Mm.
because
Mm.
he will feel so insecure with small little things. I was this person that will share each and every little thing with him. You know,
Mm.
I don't even remember once telling him that I'm the one that is paying this. I always
Yeah.
make sure that he dress up
Yeah.
nice,
Mm.
when we go out to family gatherings, he's looking presentable. And I never
Mm.
complained because
Mm.
all I believed in was that, there's no man or there's no human being that will just sit and not look for a job. I knew that he wants a job, but there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
But that brought a lot of things in our relationship, a strain
Mm.
where, for some reason it led him to cheat. I don't know what reason. I don't want to make the financial part an excuse
Yeah.
for him to cheat, to the point that I had this thing that, for the way I've been looking after the family, putting bread on the table, I was expecting, like, I don't know if I was expecting more, but I wanted to be treated like a queen, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm bringing bread onto the table, but
Yeah.
I did not get back what I was hoping for. To
Yeah.
the point that I ended up living his life. I changed my whole life up. Everything that I was doing, it was just to
Mm.
please him.
Yeah.
When I go to the shop, everything that I would buy, it was just to please him, because I
Mm.
was trying to avoid the quarrel, to say, because it's your money, because you are the
Yeah.
one that is doing this. I
You
will
were trying to not to make
sacrifice.
him not to feel the
You
gap, you know. Mm.
exactly.
Yeah.
When we go to do groceries, we
Mm.
will sit down. I will say, okay, this is the budget for the groceries. I will literally give him the money or give
Mm.
him the card, so that when we are in the shop, he will be the one to pay,
Mm.
so that he gets this. But nothing worked, throughout all this effort that I made. It just
Yeah.
did not work. I sacrificed a lot, to
Mm.
the point that it brought so much stress and so much strain into the relationship or the marriage, to the point that
Mm.
he became so controlling,
Yeah.
that he will even forget that I'm the one that is putting bread on the table. He will
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
calling me names, to
Mm.
say, you've got so much credit, you've got so many debts, forgetting that I've got all those debts because I'm putting
For the
bread on the
family, for
table.
him.
Yeah,
Mm.
for him, for the kids.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, it put so much strain. But when something, um, 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 when you keep on having a same issue over and over, deep down, I mean, this is something that happened for plus minus 7 years that I've been carrying this, trying to, go on. I went to pastors, to get
Yeah.
counseling, but none of
Yeah.
that worked because they had this belief that, it can work. We can work it out, but it didn't because I ended up living the life that is not even mine,
Yeah.
because I will do everything to try and please him. Then at the end,
Mm.
I decided, you know what, I can't anymore because I've lost myself, you know,
Mm.
where it got to the point where he now became physical abusive, emotional abusive, which is a very
Mm.
painful part.
Mm.
He became so emotional
Yo.
abuse. He will have words that,
Mm.
when you are
Mm.
wherever you are, those words will just keep ringing and ringing.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
time where I felt so ugly looking at myself in a mirror because of the words that he used to
Because of
say
the
to
words
me.
which he used to say to you.
Yeah, the words that he used to say, it will make me
Yo.
feel so ugly. I literally felt ugly because of,
Mm.
and it worked because, and when I
Whatever that
saw
he was
that
trying to
this is
achieve.
becoming, yeah. So, when I now realize that this I'm worth much more than what he's giving me, and for the
Yeah.
sake of my kids. I know a lot of people stay in an abusive relationship
For the sake
saying
of the
that they're
kids.
doing it for the kids, but
Yeah.
actually I felt
Living is for the kids.
exactly. You're
Yeah.
actually torturing the kids because now the kids are looking at this. They can see. I mean, my girl was like 10 years at that time. She could see
Mm.
everything. She will know all the symptoms when daddy is now gonna start fighting. She will
Mm.
she will see that, and she will even hold my hand to say, "Mommy, just leave him. Mommy, don't answer back." It
Mm.
broke my heart. Then that's when I
Mm.
realized that actually this is not doing. This is not. It's actually destroying my kids to the
Yeah.
point when I now saw that this is emotionally draining me. I started. There was one time I remember I was busy preparing supper. I accidentally cut my hand
Mm.
with a knife. That pain, that physical pain, it felt so good
Mm. Yo.
than the emotional pain that I went
Pain.
through.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
then when I'm busy, trying to heal this wound, dress it up, and then applying all the sorts of things, it felt good because for a moment ne ke lebetse ka my issues, my
Yeah.
emotional pain, then ke
Mm.
concentrated on this physical pain.
Mm.
Then literally when the wound healed, now I wanted this pain because now I'm now facing this pain, now the emotional pain that has no
Yeah.
tablet, the emotional
Yeah.
pain that you cannot take any medication for that, the
Mm.
emotional pain that you feel even if you say something, no one will understand. They will just say, hang in there, or,
Yeah.
hotela,
Pray about it. You
pray
know.
about it. I didn't want to
Mm.
hear that because I
Mm.
know that no one will understand. Then I started cutting
Mm.
myself again and again. Every time I fall, and then I will cut myself again so that I could concentrate on this physical pain.
Yo.
Then that's when I saw this is getting out of hand. Then
So this thing of people cutting themselves to numb the emotional pain is a real thing, ne?
it's a real thing. I never
Because
judged.
I've only seen it on TV a lot of times, but I never really thought horror. But as you're explaining it, it makes so much
Mm,
sense why people would cut themselves so that they can literally just forget about the emotional pain and focus on the physical pain.
definitely. I don't want to lie. It felt so good because this emotional pain, you cannot heal it. You cannot bandage it. You cannot. There's nothing that you can put to take away the emotional pain. But as
Mm,
you're concentrating on this physical pain, you
mm,
literally, you forgot about this emotional pain. Then you are busy
yeah,
concentrate. Your whole concentration, it's now
mm,
on your physical pain.
yeah,
So that's when I realized, okay, this is not going so well. Then I
mm,
decided to file for a divorce.
yo,
He didn't believe it initially when I said, what, because there was no fight, there was nothing. I just sat him down and I told him, what, this is not working out for me. Please give us a break, me and my kids, because I bought a house with everything. Everything that we did, it was it was mine. It was through my hard work and everything. But I never said it out. I never bragged about
Yeah.
it to him.
We
I
don't.
never, made him feel
Mm.
less of a man. But
Mm.
that didn't work. It just didn't work.
Yo.
So then I think he went, he didn't fight about it initially, but then as he realized now that I'm being serious,
Yeah.
days
Then the
went on,
bitterness
and
starts
because
now, and the bitterness comes
then
with
now
you
it
with him wanting
yes,
to fight back.
exactly. Then he
Mm.
was like, okay, and then he packed his stuff and then he will leave. He thought because it's been happening, I will be angry and say it's over. 2 weeks down the line, darling, then we go back together. So I think
Yeah.
he still thought that it was going to be the same thing. But I was
Mm.
emotionally drained. I was emotionally tired
Yeah.
because there
Yeah.
will
It
be
was a matter of
times.
life and death now.
Exactly. There
Yo.
will be times when I come back from work, I will
Mm.
off ramp on the wrong road, then
Yo.
realize in the middle of nowhere that I actually took the wrong way because of
Yeah.
drinking too much. And some other
Mm.
days when I'm on my way home, I will think, okay, what is the next thing that we're gonna be fighting about now tonight?
Mm.
I will feel like I could just go somewhere and sleep over and go back to work. The
Mm.
only thing that would drag me to come back to home was my kids because I
Yo.
left my kids with him. And to
Mm.
the point that even when I get home, it will be so painful when my eldest girl will tell me when I ask how was your day, then she will shake her head and then
Mm.
point at this where he's
Mm.
sitting,
Mm.
like you know. Then she will start saying, she was just shouting at me. She will take all her frustrations to even the kids as well.
So the abuse was
Okay,
not only limited to you, but it was going to the kids as well. So it's not only
it
you
was
that you have to protect; it's you and your kids
ex-
now.
me and my kids. It was literally
Mm.
both of us. So you imagine I work 12 hours on my shift. So now
Mm.
imagine when I'm at work, my whole concentration will be thinking of the kids. I
Mm.
will just wait for my time to knock off so that I can come and protect my kids.
Mm.
So then I decided to take a divorce. Then I went through the process. Then when it clicked, then he also contacted his lawyer. He demanded
Mm.
50% of everything that I had.
Mm.
My heart went, I didn't believe that he would do that because I felt like
Yeah,
I'm been
yeah.
supporting his kids, I'm been supporting his
He's not
kids.
even
I've been,
ashamed. You're thinking this man is not even ashamed
you know,
after everything that I've
I
done
was
for
like,
him.
exactly. I was like the nerve of this man.
Mm.
The only thing that I could think of was the home for my kids. I couldn't care of the
Mm.
other things, but the
Mm.
home.
Mm.
Okay, I got myself a good lawyer, and then I
Mm.
put my story on the table. Then the lawyer said, hell no. As much as the law says 50-50, but this is something that we can fight. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the divorce got completed last month. Since the
Mm.
whole of 2 years, since
Yo.
2020,
Joe, it must
since
have been a very long and
2020,
draining 2 years for you.
draining 2 years financially and emotionally,
Mm.
but finally,
Mm.
he got nothing, nothing.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, but to the point that I'm at this point, I'm not sure. I don't think he knows that he's been divorced
Mm.
because I
It
remember
has
there
not
was
clicked
one.
yet.
I don't think it has clicked or whether he doesn't know because the last time when I spoke to him, I had to speak to him because I wasn't communicating with him. There was a
Mm.
time where the judge was like, they need proof that we have been sending emails from him because he
Mm.
now couldn't pay the lawyers. So
Mm.
now he was not having any lawyer. So it was difficult now to get hold of him to get the response from his side. Then
Mm.
the lawyer
Mm.
said, I must make a means to get hold of him to make sure that he reads the email or via
Mm.
Facebook. And then I had to be brave. I have his numbers. I had to be brave to contact him. Then I sent him a WhatsApp to say, listen, I know you've moved on with your life. I also need to move on with my life. So please respond to the lawyer's email. Then he said, okay, if that's what you want.
Mm.
Then I
That is the
screenshotted that
acknowledgement there.
conversation. That's all I
Mm.
wanted to the
Yeah.
lawyer, to send to the lawyer. I screenshot and then I sent it to my lawyer. Then it was a good proof that he has acknowledged.
Mm. That
Then
he did
with the
receive. Mm.
conversation going later, and then he said, actually, I'm not going to sign anything. I didn't force you to sign, so you are not going to force me to sign a divorce. So in his
Mm.
mind, I think he's still thinking when you divorce somebody or when you agree to be divorced, you need to sign.
Mm.
So he's been divorced, but I don't know if he knows or if clicked, or if because he didn't even want anything to do with the kids, because all he does, all he's been saying is when I'm talking to him about the kids, because I didn't want him not to be part of the kids.
Yeah.
But he kept on saying, "What about you?" I said, "This is not about me. This is about the kids." But for him, with his last words, it was like, it's either you and the kids or nothing. So I felt like, yeah, it was
it's a
you and the
narcissistic
kids.
behavior.
Exactly. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna force you to be in your kid's life anyway.
Yeah.
It's because even the lawyer wanted me to, to press for whatever maintenance. I said I don't want anything from him.
Yeah.
I don't believe in forcing a person to take responsibility, especially with kids. Yeah, if he feels like he doesn't want to be involved, then let it be.
Yeah.
So, I've never been in a fully relationship, like a longest relationship with anybody else than this man. And I think it has taken all my trust. It has taken me, besides financially, it has drained me to the point that I don't even think there's true love that exists.
Tell me something, my love. Have you been attending therapy the whole time?
I've never attended therapy, and the more I thought about it, I think maybe I should have attended some sort of therapy, because as I'm talking about it now, it feels like yesterday.
And my love, do you know that it's never too late? You know that it's never too late, right?
Yeah.
It's never too late. And the thing with therapy is that you need to be patient with yourself. I remember when I was still, because somebody advised me when I started with my divorce proceedings, because my divorce took around about 11 months, if not less. I think maybe 8 to 11 months. Ne? So when I started, I was fine. Even throughout my divorce, when I would visit my therapist, she would always tell me, "You're fine." And sometimes she would even refer some of her clients who are going through the worst divorce to me to say, "Okay, I'm gonna refer somebody to you so that you can speak to them." You understand? So that at least when they are speaking to somebody who can relate, in a sense, already they are going through exactly what they're going through this very moment, then they will be encouraged. Yeah, so I did attend therapy throughout, and I still want to attend therapy, but because I just want to make it, it's like your normal checkups. Therapy is a healthy thing to do, right? But I remember there are days where I was dragging myself to attend simply because picking yourself up and having somebody to go and remind you, listen, your life is a mess, but it will be fine, but it's still a mess. But you understand? Triggers, having somebody help you dig down things that happened to you in the past, your upbringing and all of that. But trust me, what that does is that when you get your healing, Bona, you heal from the tap root, like deep. As you would think, you know what happened, my sister, to me? I feel like my divorce was on the surface of my pains. So I realized that the pain that I needed to heal from was not actually me getting divorced. I had to heal, so I can relate so much with what you are saying right now. It's like you are speaking about me, because I realized that I was a people's pleaser. I was a people pleaser so much that with what you were saying you did, I did the exact same thing with the hope that, and remember the problem with being a people pleaser is that you please people hoping that in return you are buying something. So there's a void inside of you which you want to fill with people doing something for you after you have done something for them. So every time when it's a toxic trait. It's okay. It's not a toxic trait. It's I'm lacking a better word, but what I'm trying to say is that it's something that needs you to heal from, the same as somebody who is a narcissist, because you are both trying to feed off of something to fill a hole which is not getting full. Yabo? So with a narcissist, with him saying, if you don't bring the kids, if you don't want to come with the kids, that I don't want the kids anymore, the aim is to hurt you. Then when on the other hand, you are trying to fill a hole, which right now, if you were to start attending therapy, you would know what hole that is. The hole which is, for you, it's okay to want to work for someone, to want to fend for someone, as long as they appreciate you. So that means whether you are actually buying appreciation. How did you get to a point where, because the thing is, my love, if you don't get to attend therapy or find a way to deal with these things from the tap root, you might end up getting married. After some time, trust me, you're going to get healed and then you're gonna get married. You may find yourself getting married to the same type of guy. You get divorced again, and you think about loyally. It's simply because you never really dealt with what got you to where you are now in the beginning. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So now when you go back, you go visit your inner child. You want to understand where was that void when I was growing up, which made me be okay with fending for a man, which made me be okay with a man who's, as long as I'm working, I want to be of value. I want to feel valuable. I want to feel like a queen. I want to feel like a princess. How did you get to that point? How did you get to a point where you feel like you working and you fending for a man will translate to you being appreciated? I don't know if already with what I'm saying you're trying to get, you can get where I'm going.
I do. I get it.
Yeah, because you can get to a point where you get married again, a guy lose their job, and then you start working twice as hard as you've been working with your ex, hoping that they won't appreciate you. But then remember, these people, they can sniff you from a distance, or this one. You are able to feed people's toxic traits and their narcissistic traits. So because you have not gone back to the tap root of how did you get to become a people pleaser, then the next thing, anybody who comes to you and they realize, oh no man, this one is a people pleaser, then they stick on you again. Then you end up asking yourself, how am I ending up with a man who's emotionally abusing me? Like, after I've been emotionally abused so long, then eventually it takes its toll on you. Yeah, but so now I want you to look at this like, okay, first of all, congratulations on your divorce. Like, really, you deserve this. Okay. Now I want you to, with whatever way that you are going to use from healing from whatever that has happened, so that you can get to a point where you believe in love again, you trust again, and you understand that people are not the same. Because trust me, people are not the same. When I always say, listen guys, me, I'm gonna get married again, you guys, I'm gonna invite the whole TikTok, you're gonna come there, you're gonna celebrate with me, you think it's a joke. Simply because, painful as it may be, I decided to rub salt on my wounds. I'm on 10%, guys. Yo, Jehovah, this place hates me. Yeah, I'm on 10%. My battery might die. So if it cuts, it cuts. So, but then my point here is that sit yourself down, check. You don't necessarily have to go sit in front of a therapist, but find ways to understand yourself. Work on yourself in a sense. Understand how did I get here? How did I get to a point where I allowed these things to happen? Because only after you have dealt with all of that from your childhood, it's only then that you will get your true healing. You understand what I mean, my love? Yeah, so I think with that being said, I don't know if maybe I will be rushing you if I have to let go of you so that at least somebody can come in. Because if I'm on 10%, then I'm going to be dying anytime soon.
No, thanks. I get you.
Thank you so much, my love, for sharing your story. All the best.
All right.
Please do think about what we just said now.
I will.
Okay. All right. All the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my love. Okay, we have one person coming in and one going out. Who do we have here, guys? Yo, I am so worried. We're only left with 10%. I don't know if we can get 2 people to come in before my battery dies. Hi. Hello. Going once, going twice, guys. Yes, the way battery is such a scarce resource. Excuse me, for me right now, I honestly feel like, you know what? We have to keep it moving, you know. Hi, welcome.
Hi, Madam Speaker.
How are you doing, my love?
Good. I just thought for a rescue because your battery is dying.
Yes, my love.
Charger 2 minutes, and then we'll back.
Eh?
You will get a charger. Can you get a charger for us? Because this is an
That's the thing. I'm in this hotel room where I can't even get a charger. Oh, honestly, you know what?
bathroom, that shaving type of thing. You know where they
Does it work?
It does.
Really? So I can plug a normal thingy in on that thing?
Yes. It's got 3 holes over there.
You are doing the Lord's work. And it's working. Yes. Let me see.
Eish, we are safe.
Wabona wena ngihamba nawe yabona wena
Mina
uyisithanda sami wena
Gail.
wena. Look now, we are plugged.
We are plugged. Let's
Yeah.
plug and play, Gail. Well,
Yes.
first of all, I'd like to say thank you for being an ambassador. I mean, I'm going through my divorce as well, and having to look at your videos every time about all the things that we go through, that we went through. Yo, ngwaneso, anesika wena, a ke tsebe. You
Oh,
make it
thank you so
easier
much.
for us. Believe you me, you
Ne?
make it easier. I mean, I saw
Even though
another lady.
now I have to get the first shambok, because when your brothers
Ah,
come, they come for
ooh,
me.
yo, and I think ke utlwela botlhoko byang. But
Aisha,
anyway, keep going.
sorry, manako hai wa bona nna ne. I don't
Yeah.
put anything out there which I don't know. I psychologically prepare myself first before I say anything. And I already know who's
Mm,
coming for me with whatever
mm,
information that I've shared, and I'm ready for it.
mm,
Because I don't speak on things that I don't know anything about. So
yeah.
I have so much
Mm,
confidence in what I speak about, because I know I can back
mm,
it up.
mm. No,
Yeah.
man, no, I'm actually going through divorce once they feel like ka di 25 tsa March ba re ke ile hiking because they had a funeral and mother-in-law Nancy the instruction ya gore ko funeraleng ke reke di-drumsticks tsa rainbow tsa di
Okay.
2 kg ka kgetse ke a, yes. So it's been, when they talk about red flags, or I want to
Mm.
the red flags. Hey,
Mm.
now my
No,
answer
we do
is
see the red flags. We do see them,
yeah,
but we choose
I
to
saw the
believe
red
and
flags.
trust in the Lord that there's nothing
You
which is
know,
impossible with God, and He will
that's
turn
the
these red
thing.
flags into
That
yellow
is the
flags
thing.
and green flags.
Why when I saw the red flags and I thought, "Hore, ke di-circus," that kind of thing. Go na le di-circus mo sighting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, however, it has been going on, man. It's one of those relationships, or mother-in-law is the first lady. So you eventually,
Mm.
as a Christian woman, you tell yourself, "Hi, man, go tla fela, I
Mm.
fail," until you are being
Mm.
told, I sure, I'll respect him, mamak. You know,
Yo.
I'll respect
You
him,
can
mamak.
well, once you get in there and you see that there's nothing you can do from the get go, chaisa ngwana ko hae. There's nothing that's gonna happen
Hey.
that's gonna change.
Akere yaanong scripture le sona ke se le sa bolela se re a man shall leave his family, anyone will leave his
Eh.
family. But what is bound in heaven
Mm.
will be unbound in heaven as well. So you
Mm.
stay because of those kind of things. But
Yeah.
hey, bo mama's boy ke mathata until but I think for the last, I think, month since ke mo blockile le ko di statusing and what, I've had peace.
Yeah.
I suffered a tsamaya ka madi tšhelete a ntlogela ka 70 rand ke a
Ha.
yes, in a mansion.
Hi, bo.
Yes, yeah. I had to start from A. And
Mm.
go monate bjang go starta ko A.
Ne,
Yo,
ho
chances
monate
guys
ha o setse
in
o thoma o bona man hore no man starting from scratch, it's not such a bad thing, yazi. I was telling a friend of
guys
mine that
in
had I known how peaceful and how happy I was going to be if I let go of my house, I would have let go of it from the get go, and I would have started afresh. I'm sure by now I would have bought five. But because I was
guys
still
in
clinging, I was holding on, and I was scared of the unknown for the sake of my kids, I tried to fight,
yeah.
and I should have known.
That is the truth. I remember when my little I think I started getting it when my little one, Allah. Why it's a
Mm.
private wealth e re declined ke December trolley e rile vo ngwana
Yo.
Allah a re mami now what ko sekolong re na le party re na le event, we have to bring sweet things ke re
Mm.
papa that did not get paid ngwana a
Mm.
lela, and I was like, you know what, I think this is it, because every time ne re ha re lwana a bantsha tšhelete out of the account, little did I know gore
Mm.
go tla nna le mo a tlo e cleanang fresh ya ba
Mm.
0 until in a dormant account. But
Hello.
however, the nice thing about it, ko gone gore I started realizing my potential, and when I look back, it's no way that I will ever go back. I would never
Mm.
go back to where I'm coming from. Starting
Mm.
afresh feels so great, where you start
Mm.
seeing your things. When you even have a
Yeah.
government contract, e leng
Yeah.
hore he saw you when you were praying for it.
Yeah.
Together,
And
he was there, and all of a sudden,
mm.
Modimo wa araba. O
Yeah.
okay, the quotations to over 100,000 and you start saying, oh my
No.
God, I have been approved.
And
Now
all
you
of these
start
things are for me
eating the
alone
fruits
and my
of your
kids.
labor. Exactly. You go like, oh,
Mm.
Mudimo, is this really how you
No,
work? You
I
let
can
these
relate.
people go so that you can open up things. So I
I
want to
can
say to
relate.
the ladies, guys, do not be fooled. Sometimes
Mm.
when they leave, allow them to leave so that Mudimo can work on you and work on your projects.
Mm.
Because retaba a new start.
Fear of the
Retaba
unknown.
you're the unknown. Ya gore,
Mm.
oh my God, now what size of a house am I going to go into? You
Mm.
know? And I
Mm.
remember the other day I was listening to Radio 2000 going to Pretoria, and this lady was saying the only thing that healed me through
Mm.
therapy is when I heard that lady say to me, make sure that the children are fine. Make sure that
Mm.
you are okay. Because when you are
Yeah.
okay, your children are naturally going to pick it all up. I applied the
Mm.
same. It's
And it was
working.
so effortless. Now, when you are okay, you don't realize the chain that you are
Yo,
creating behind you of just
yo,
peace and stillness.
yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I was running around looking for therapy for bana ba ka more than any other thing. The minute I
Mm.
started changing my attitude and being positive
Mm.
about this, especially with your influence as well, I would actually go
Mm.
into TikTok. Rena re ba le ba hore,
Mm.
hey, wait, thinking I don't want to go onto TikTok, ba tla re ke bolela ka bona. You know, those kind of things. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yo, kare wa itse keng mara re na le advocate online man e re ke mo tshwara. Wa itse ke tla be ke
Yeah.
shebile di-video ke re, yo, exactly. So that actually calmed the storm. And I can
Yeah.
tell you, I am stronger and I'm grateful for this journey. It's very painful. A
Mm.
kwata, a support, ha etse nix, hanti,
Mm.
fuck all. You know, that kind of thing. But I was
Mm.
like, oh my God. And there's a point where you go back. You know, where you go
Mm.
back, where you ask yourself, "Gore, was I really married to this person for 8 years?
Yo. Yazin.
Wa itse ba
Yo.
re ska tswana ra re motho ha itsewe e se naga." Like totally. This is a person o ne ke tla be ke ra batho ke re, not my husband.
Mm.
Not my
Mm.
husband.
I don't know if you were
Ke
here on the
gopola-
very first live that I did, where I said that I don't mean it in a bad way, and I don't want to speak for people
Mm.
who are widows, but I
Widowed.
feel like I would have been better off having a dead husband that died as an angel in my eyes than going
Yeah.
through this divorce where I see the monster that I almost spent forever with, because I feel like
Mm.
that is worse than being a widow, because
Bathong.
you see a side that makes you say, I wish I never married this person. But if somebody dies naturally, they die and they still hold a special place in your heart, and you still love them even in death. But somebody who you go through divorce with, you ask yourself, what
Bagaetsho.
did I want to do forever with this?
You are so correct. I remember the other day coming from Polokwane where I saw him posting a postile a snap clip from a Facebook where he's insulting. He is saying, "Rena basadi ba re tlang ka bana, I come with a son," especially
Mm.
bana ba bashimane. Those little monsters are what
You,
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this person kina le ngwana le ena. I can't believe gore he
I
actually
wanted to do
fathered
forever.
even my son. You know, that kind of thing. For motho o sa
Mm.
respecting mosadi, motho o sa respecting le ngwana, what did the child do?
Mm. Yo,
On top of that, ana le ngwana, o ana leng 11 years. I see
yo.
a mone, I see a mo support. O tsamaya
Mm.
bjana ke mo kopa ke re a re tsenye ngwana ka mo di-policing ka mo, at least le ha o sa mo etsetse nix, a nne le death benefit ya how should you die or should I
Mm.
die. O
Mm.
tsamaisiwa ke tsona dilo tse ntseng yana, ke acknowledge ngwana hae. O tlisitse fela ngwanyana ka mo ntlong, ngwana o ke ntse ke mo tlhokomela, mama teng le ena a na le di-story, mare ke feela gore ka gore ke rata monna o, e re ke no rata le ngwana. You know, that kind of thing. But
Mm. Mm.
he failed to give me that thing back. Yo bagaetshong, I'm
Mm.
so relieved. Wa itse ka Setswana
Yo.
ra re senkganang sentho la morwalo.
Sentula
He
moralo. Mm.
he lost his job. He is stuck somewhere, staying in the granny's house. A ke tsebe why a sa dule le the narcissistic mother I still don't understand. Maybe again, is that thing out of from the core? Sometimes from the core, you know who the monster really is. You know that kind of a thing. Yes, and I'm grateful because through my struggles, nkebe ke mo pepile le no ke -1. You know,
I can relate.
o tla utlwa a re, and wetsa o sign di-divorce tse ka pele ke re hao tšhelete yanong ya fela ke re nna a ke bereke kokoto ene ke tseya monate yang wa itse ke tseya ya ka hot water bottle wa itse the way it warms your feet kore I'm frustrated I am come I'm even to give able to give my children attention ke itse le go nna le bana baka because I realized gore ke ne ke rata lenyalo la me ke ne ke tlhompa lenyalo la me more than anything. I remember there's a point where I caught him cheating and he eventually admitted that evening gore o robetse ko ngwanyaneng o. And I said, tell me the truth and I will forgive and we will move on. But when I look back, I ask myself, what kind of person was I?
Yeah. But anyway, my love, I always say that with whatever that you did, every decision that you ever made in the past, you don't regret that because at that time it was the best decision. You felt like you can't deliberately hurt yourself, you can't deliberately put yourself into danger. So you should just, be glad and just be okay with the fact that by then, at that time, it was the best decision and it was supposed to yield good results. And if it didn't, it's okay. It's okay. You acknowledge it
Yeah.
and that is it.
That is the truth, believe you me. Like I think what I've learned is that I had to go deeper. I haven't gone to therapy myself, but I had to go deeper because I saw myself kind of like Ikareke attracted the same kind of men.
Yeah. I think were you listening to the previous?
Ntho
You
ntse o
were.
e
You
bolela.
were.
Yes, ntho
Yeah.
ntse o e bolela. Ikareke attracted the same kind of men looking at my previous relationship and where I am actually going. And then I was like, no, girl, you need to stop
Yeah.
because this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Go back. Go back. And when I go back, I find the root. I hope that previous listener is here. I found out how the root is where I actually saw my father as a role model, as a firstborn child, right? But doing the same thing to my mother and thinking it's okay.
Yo.
Thinking
Yeah.
it's okay. It's hurtful.
Yeah.
Ibuthoko,
Sure.
because 45 years of my mother being married, Usante I go through the same kind of thing with a nice and I think he's very narcissistic as well, but because the word is not commonly used by society, gagolo, especially us as blacks, it's something say when we speak about it or when we indicate something or towards somebody around it,
Yeah.
yeah, like I know when you speak a whole lot of things, go na le bale ba batlo reng ko wena ba re, you need healing, woman, you need to heal.
Ah, they
Do you
say that a lot.
understand? You
Yeah.
know that kind of a thing. Yeah. So when we speak, even I go through the same thing. When I speak, ekare ke na le pain, I don't have any. This is my best life. I'm living my best life through divorce. I wish basadi ikare ba ka tlhaloganya gore it's quite an experience. I heard a whole lot of people every time kid I'm going through divorce, they go like, "Oh shit, man." I go like,
Yes,
"No, guys,
please.
really.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
thing it comes and goes. You know that thing. Yes, understand that
Yeah.
marriage comes and goes, but your children won't go."
Yeah. Another thing, I think the reason why I was speaking today during the day, I think the other thing that is making me get attention in a negative way, especially from people by Lungore, they've been benefiting from the status quo, is that nullifying a tool which was used to oppress a certain gender. And I just come and I say, ntwene le itshaba le re ke toy gun. It's thunya, it's actually a
It's
toy.
actually a toy gun. Exactly.
And imagine what that is going to do to people who have been using that toy gun for the longest time and it has been working and benefiting them. Are they going to like me? No. So now I always see it that way to say, no, I understand why you must hate me. If I was in your shoes, I would hate me. You understand? So it's okay. the hair heel thingy, do this, do that. It's understandable. It's not misdirected. It should be
Yeah.
coming to me, because if I'm claiming that I want to break new ground, I'm not going to break new ground and not have dust all over me. I must.
That is so true. That is
Yeah.
so true. And a part of it, again, when you go back, when you're looking on the other side, I saw one of the readers over here. She says it takes two to tango. Yes, indeed. I realized, Jorge, I might be looking at the problem at surface level, like right now. But believe you me, when we go back to another generation, Mama Lena is also broken, because this is the second marriage, yeah, guy, where the woman leaves Ari, umamako. I am the second woman. You understand? So Mama Lena, she is also broken. That's why she is still in control of the boy's life. That's why she still dictates. I remember that weekend, I said to him, how much are we contributing? He said 1,005. And I said, okay, I will make a list. Because as Black families, there's certain things we need to be buying mindful because a whole lot of us you know. And I gave him a list: body 12.5 summer bupi, the baking powder, the fish oil and whatnot. I send a go head office girl in front of me by reject. Yes. It was rejected. Ya hata ke hanta a re bona a tsamaile sentle a ntshonne ebile a mpotsisa gore why o rekile di-mix portions ke re o ba botse gore di tswa ko lapeng laka le wena it's our contribution. A gona motho a tshwantseng a re botsise gore eng ke eng. O tsamaile on Sunday, on Thursday. On Sunday when he comes, the tune was off. Ara akesa unyaka. Out tlhompe mamaka, out tlhompe batho ba. Hey girl, ile lovey-dovey le ke ile ko hiking wena ke ntse ke founa ke re my love, ile my love. Yo Sunday tune ya change. Yo nna ba mpethile ka surprise.
Se se ganang se rola morwalo ngwana ko hae, you better off like this. You tried, God saw your efforts, you tried, it didn't work out, give -1 for you, it's okay. Anyway, thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much for joining in, and also thank you so much for plugging me with the plug. You know, I'm sure we would have been off by now. Imagine my whole entire life of visiting hotels. I didn't even know that thing. Can actually work for normal charger.
Blind, yes.
Okay. No, thank you so much, my love. Let me take somebody else, ne?
Alrighty.
Love. Hi, Fazile. Oh, wait, I said I shouldn't mention people's names so that they must decide for themselves if they want to be mentioned or not. Hi, anonymous.
Hi, sanibona.
Unjani?
Ngiyaphila, nina njani?
Fine, thank you, my love.
Yazini, I've been praying ukuthi ngize ngingene ku life yakho.
Yes, my love. Finally, you are here. Umkhuleko wawuphendula uJess.
Finally, mina ngizocela ukukhuluma ngesizulu, indaba yami khona ukuhlala kahle.
Okay, my love. Wherever you can put in 1 or 2 English words, please do. Just to accommodate abanye abaphuma ngale emazweni.
Okay.
Okay, my love.
Okay, so mina my story is about it's been happening for like more than 2 years. I've been dating this guy, everything was fine, and then it happened ukuthi aye ekhabo eVenda, so makabuya ekhabo, and then if umuntu wakho ahambile ne, and then you'll be like, okay, when he comes back I want to spend as more time as I can since angekho. So sibangele indaba leyo ukuthi ubuyile and then yena ufuna ukuya kuma friends wakhe. So I asked ukuthi shukuthi wena ubuye cause like ufuna ukuba nama friends wakho, not ukuthi nami ungikhumbulile. Okay, Hayi kundlule lokho sikubange vele lokho kundlule. Like beka umuntu vele ushithayo vele umbambe nalo okay iphele yakalo and then another one and then another one. Ngibe nalento leyo yokuthi yazini inhliziyo yami izoba fed up and then khani ngizophuma. So hayi kwenzeke lokho ngize ngigcine ngibe pregnant. Mangiba pregnant so ngisabe ukumtshela and then ngivuke vele ekuseni ngigeze ngithi mina kuye or before ngimtshele a night before that day ne ngithi mina kuye ngicela ukuthi ekuseni ungikhaphe somewhere. Okay fine avume silale ekuseni ngivuke ngigeze and then ngimtshele ngithi mina since ngikucelile kizona ngicela ukuthi ungikhaphe ke sivuke sihambe ngithi mina siya ekliniki ngi-pregnant sisesendleleni angithuke yazini angithuke the way afuna ngakhona athi yena akamfuna umntwana
Was he having other kids? Was he having other kids?
No.
Okay.
So sihambe sithi masifika endleleni athi yena akamfuna umntwana angithuka ngithi mina okay fine ngicela ungikhaphe ke ngikhona ukuvula ifile ngicale kusese early because I think I was 10 weeks pregnant mangithola. So ngithi mina ngicela ukuthi sovula incwadi as early as possible because angazi ukuthi maybe nginama complication mina emzimbeni or kanjani. Angifuni ukuthi umntwana ama-affecteke yabona. Hayi sihambe vele sithi mase ufika eklinika ajike yena athi hayi ngene uyi-1 you are on your own on this one angikho mina yabona. Ngithi mina kanjani cause uyazi ukuthi bengihlala naye full time bengihlala naye vele eromini. Hayi okay ke ayisijike vele nami vele ngigcine ngijike vele. Hayi ahambe and night after indaba le yasekuseni ahambe vele makahamba abuye a day after. Ngithi ngiyamfonela ngabamba ama-calls angibhalele SMS athi ulele kubhutakhe and ubhutakhe like it's like usuka e-Midrand undlula i-Ivory undlula bathini undlula abo eBhoni so nabo Klipfontein uyandlula uya ePitori instead of uze endlini uzolala. Hayi indlule leyo so ngithi okay kwenzeke lokho kuchitha nani ngimthole nantombazana nani mara ngithola ama-chats efonini not exactly embhedeni or erumini. So umntwana makathi 3 weeks ngize simenzele i-birth certificate vele hayi kube right. Masibuya athi yena ufuna ukuthi ngihambe ngibuyele ekhaya cause yena usesenezinto afuna ukuzenza ini vele. Ngithi hayi mina okay akunankinga. So mangisekhaya siloko vele sikhuluma so kwenzeka ukuthi ngithi mina ithi if umuntu lo like ujola nami kuphela ithi mina ngiye ngingakamtsheli ngifuna ukubona ama-reaction wakhe yabona. And enye into nginga-expect into e-worse like okay ngigibele itaxi from ekhaya and then ngize la yena hlala khona. Mangiza athi yena ngijike nomntwana it was late man around 5 so athi ufuna ukuthi ngijike nomntwana yena akusikwami la akumelanga ngize noma kanjani. Ngithi if ujola nami ujola nami kuphela wayimele kube inkinga mina mangizela la. Hayi ngithi ngibeka umntwana phansi ngithi mina hayi ngicela ukuya etoilet sizokhuluma mangiphuma etoilet angilandele etoilet. Sengikhumulile ngihleli phansi angilandele etoilet angishaye impama. Umntwana I think ubeka na less than 2 months lokho. Angishaye ngimpama hayi ngisukume ngithi hawu soyashayana wena athi ngifunani mina la cause yena akangibizanga. Ngithi ikuphi inkinga yabona. So hayi ngiyekela indaba leyo vele ngingabi nenkinga afonele ekhaya athi ya mina ngimbangisa izinto ezincane vele nje akhuluma izinto ezingekho. Ngithi hayi it's fine angeke ngitshele muntu mina yabona cause nginalento leyo ukuthi if mina ngifonela abasekhaya bazokuthi hayi imiyekele wena wenzeni into ezifana nalezo yabona. Hayi
How old is the baby now?
una 10 weeks.
So this is very recent, ne?
Akusikudala vele.
So you guys are still together. Lalela isithandwa sami, ne? What you are going through now is nothing unusual. In a sense, every second home or every second woman goes through abuse of some sort, goes through rejection of some sort. Or Kala, this man never wanted a baby. Always Billy, this man is doing all these things which are not ideal, but it's not unusual. The cheating, the beating, and everything. Now, the only thing that I would like to highlight on with what you are going through is that okay, people in general, there is nobody who can ever tell you to stop or to leave a situation which you are not ready to leave. I know that we always pray for the best, which I'm not saying Guti, the best won't come out of this. Ne? The best, which is him changing, accepting the baby, accepting you, and you guys living happily ever after. That is possible. If you believe in love, you should always believe Guti people can change, will change, or people can, whatever that is causing them to behave a certain way, if they really want to deal with it, they can deal with it and overcome it and become better people. Kodwa, on the other hand, you need to just sit yourself down and weigh your options to say, is this really worth it? And also, do you really see change now if you're being realistic with yourself? Because if you can check from the beginning, there was, if not, I think the last two callers touched on red flags. Well, the last one, the recent one, touched on red flags to say, which you see in the beginning of a relationship, which you know now, these things are not going to change. As you were saying, some of these things you just tell yourself, when your heart is ready, when your heart is tired, it's only then that you will let go. But then you ended up falling pregnant. How many more pregnancies are supposed to come? I need you to understand that you can't bet on your heart while you are getting deeper and deeper into things which will be difficult for you to get yourself out of. Yeah, but once you see these things and you see that, you know what, eventually I might have to let go of this, then that means you must do whatever it takes to prepare yourself for your exit plan. But if you are planning on staying and you are hoping for the best, I need you to always bear in mind, chances of the best coming out of a situation like this is very, very slim. Reason being, you have already allowed him. I think I've done several videos in the past where I would speak about a man. If a man sees you as a komiki, he will always see you as a komiki. If a man sees you as a doormat, he will always see you as a doormat. If a man sees you as a chandelier, as a trophy from the beginning, he will always see you as that. But now, what he sees you as, or what he tests the water and treats you as, once you accept that, there's no more turning back. I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that even if there's going to be change of some sort, or you are hoping for the best, or eventually, but then even in that changing, once you have enabled him, once you have allowed him to treat you a certain way and get away with certain things, Aksana come back from that. Because he already knows with this one, I can only treat her nice when I want to treat her nice. But if I want to treat her bad, I can treat her bad, and she can allow me because she has allowed me before, and I've gotten away with it. I didn't even have to work hard for it. I didn't have to apologize. I didn't have to do anything about it. She just made sure that she makes me aware and she's available. She's gonna take it until her heart has had enough. Yeah, bo. So with what you are sharing with me now, before I let you go, because I want to get as many people as possible for today. I'm gonna give you a chance also to just wrap up, ne? With me not wanting to actually, try to be a better person. That's ngcono. Mina, you must remember, I always say this, that there's never judgment from me with the type of decisions that people make which are good for them. I always say that whatever decisions that you think are best for you now, even if when I'm looking from the outside, I feel like, this one must just let go. This one must just avalisa ayenzi prevention, angasabelethi, angasayenzi ini. Options are there. Things are there which you can do, but it's always you who has the final say, and whatever decision that you make, which is for you and your child and your relationship in general, nobody must judge you for that, including myself. Yes, my love. So I don't know if there's anything you would like to add on before I let you go.
No, I think right.
Also right, Sam. I wish you all the
Yeah.
best in everything, ne? I always pray for happy endings, and I pray for stories to always come out best. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm praying for the best out of this situation, but I need you to be realistic and honest with yourself and see what's in with my wish, and your wish, obviously, together, because we always wish that people could be better. We always wish people can do things a certain way. Be realistic with yourself and just sit yourself down and say, is this wish a realistic thing? Will it ever come to pass? Will it ever be real? Or I'm just wishing until who's a wish so now.
Yeah.
So with that being said, my love, thank you so much for joining in. I'm gonna
Okay.
allow somebody to come in, and then while you make your way out.
Okay,
Hello,
Nyabonga.
new caller.
Hello, hi.
Am I allowed to mention your name or not?
Basically, I got the other account, you know me. This is another one because I want to be anonymous. So even if you mention it, it's still okay, my dear.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just solid Butchauka, so it's already hidden.
So this is just for you to be private.
Yes, my dear, that's for me to
Okay,
be
my love.
private.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, I would like to firstly acknowledge the fact that you were able to come out to us as ladies with the reality of our daily faces, and you were able to boldly stand for the decision that you have taken. I fully support you and the decision that you have taken.
Thank you so much, my
And
sister.
even to the other ladies who are ready to do that, I fully support them.
Thank you,
My
sister.
reasons being that I don't want to cry. Yeah. My reasons being that one, I am in a marriage and my husband, we are okay in the marriage, is okay. But the issues of how a marriage was founded, yeah, like
Yes,
all the
foundation.
marriages,
Yeah.
yeah, it's more or less something like this is a game, ne? And we really took it, it's sort of a contract or getting into friendship, then
Yes.
it can end anytime. So unfortunately, we were told that a marriage is an achievement or it's something that validates a woman, which makes it very difficult for one to really go out. And it was even an asset or some of the achievements for the family. And even in the communities that we come from, you are a curse for you to come back from a marriage.
Yes.
And two, the background of marriage, we are basically looking at it from different perspective, which is our cultures, the society, the beliefs and everything. And the foundation of it is a patriotic communities that created that. And it was sieved in such a way that we as women need to lose ourselves so that we can be the victims. While the origin of the patriotic community, Leona, it's a racist thing. Ibialoka apartheid.
Yeah. Hi, Boo.
Yeah.
Were you there at the event during the day today?
No, 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 no. I was in my house the whole day. I didn't even leave my house.
You didn't watch my YouTube that I posted today?
No, 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 no. I
Hi,
wasn't
Boo.
even there.
You are shocking me because you are echoing my words for which I spoke today.
Oh my, okay. That's okay.
Oh
That's
my
okay.
gosh. Please, at the
So
end of this live, please go and check out the YouTube video that I posted I think
I'll
about
check
4
you.
hours or 5 hours ago, where I
Yeah,
was comparing the apartheid government to the treatment which women are being given.
thank you. I'll check that. I always
Okay,
follow
thank you, my
you.
love. So you
So
may
do my
proceed.
husband.
You may
So
proceed.
one of the things that happens is that the issue of a man, we get married currently to a man who do not know what we really want. Two, they get married to us thinking that we want their money, which we're not there for money. We are there for one thing and wanted to be treated fairly like any other. The same
Yeah.
thing with the in-laws. They treat us like these other people, while if you check the background of a woman, the process of me being taken away from my family in a day, be taken to another family, all of a sudden I lose
I
connection
mean,
with my family.
look, if you are able to leave your family and join my family, you must be desperate. So you better appreciate being here. You must worship the ground that we walk on. You left your own family
Hallelujah. So there
and your
is so
father's
there is
meal to
one
join
there is
us.
thank you. So there is one of the things that they do to disarm us. By
Yeah.
so doing, e tshwana le ge ba re mo wena ba re o ya komeng, ne?
Mm.
Ho ya
Mm.
komeng, they make sure gore they take yourself out of you until you are what they want you to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they make you to believe that. Ne?
Yeah.
I'm just giving you an example, but somehow.
Mm.
So even the process of marriage, they make sure gore they victimize you until usiyo. They
Like
disarm you.
they remove everything which is on the
They
inside of you
remove
so that they can
everything where
fill
you
you with
lose
what is
yourself
suitable
from
for
the
them.
process. Yes, so from the process of you accepting that you have changed, you have moved to another person. Imagine I got married at the age of 28. By the age of 28, I wanted to have kids by the age of 35. My first child at 35, because of, I believe during that time, that's when I'll be more matured. But I was forced to have kids or pushed to have kids beyond what I already had a vision on, because I'm in marriage, and
Yeah.
also to also run away from the fact that I will be called inyumba
Yeah.
or mopa in the process. That's okay. I do treasure what God has entrusted me with. But in that process, I found myself being in that family, being victimized for each and everything as if I am a case.
Yeah.
Remember when they took me from my parents, Banjeri as a daughter, and currently all of a sudden I was a princess Ikagwa, and I'm coming to this side. I'm very thankful for my father-in-law, because he's one of the people, he passed away during December, one of the people who really protected me throughout this marriage. He understood me, and he really understood me as a working woman. He protected me throughout the way, like the way my dad would do.
Yeah.
So on his passing, it was a sort of I'm losing somebody like my dad. And on the woman's side, which is a woman to show gore rena basadi, I would say re baloi or re ithutile boloi against each other.
Yeah.
I don't even feel a pain if they call me and say your mother-in-law is sick. But with my father-in-law, I made sure I start my car, those kilometers. I prepared, I did the funeral from 1 to 0. Nobody even popped out a cent. Ne?
Yeah.
And then one of the things that I recently realized is that there is makoti, there are financial abuses and everything, but there's this special abuse that bomakoti we get, which is sort of a financial abuse, but it's not a
Yes.
financial abuse. It's makoti abuse. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a name.
Yeah.
Reason being that you come out of your family, you disown your family within a day, you go to another family, invest so much in the family as if you will get something out of the investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
This came into a realization recently when I had a dispute with my mom-in-law. So what happened is that they were organizing whatever thing there. They did not tell me. I was there a week ago to check her. Then they call me, my dear, I nearly said my real name. My dear, you know what? There's Aritzabaneng this Saturday, and I'm like, Bekele mo Friday.
I see
You
the
saying that is my house and that is where I stay. I will not be there. That means it doesn't need me. Ne?
Yeah.
Two, I'm the last born.
Yeah.
Then ebe a re monna a re no ba ka mo lapeng ba kwane bana ka moka ga bona ka re yes because of I'm not ngwana wa gago I will not be there and unfortunately I need my husband here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, while you will be having your Aritibaneng. And it does not even involve my kids. Because if it was Aritibaneng, they wanted to know my kids, I would have been informed in time. Two, it doesn't even need my attention. You work on it. Ne? In that process, basically, I can see something now that I already built. I made a big mistake. If
Yeah.
gona le bomakoti ba ba dirileng, refrain from that, my dear. Get your own house. I'll
Yeah.
give you a scenario just now. Get a
Yeah.
house for your kids. I'll give you a scenario just after Kibelela this. You know, Mama Zala, I spoke to her after that. She said to me, no, bana ba be ba swere meeting mo and ka re mo yena ka re nna le wena re tlisitse ke kgomo ka mo motseng one.
Yeah.
Re tlisitseng ke kgomo nna le wena, my dear. So let me tell you one thing. Bana ba gago did the right thing by coming to you and inform you. And as wena o le aware ka yona, you are the relevant person for this function. And I am not. And two,
Yeah.
I am going to work on exceeding your compound. But in that process, ga gona mo e leng gore I can see gore I am being valued jaaka ngwana
Yeah.
ka mo.
Yeah.
And two, I am not here because of I'm hungry. If they thought I am hungry, ha ka tshwara ke tlala ga ke itla. I'm telling you about a person who akula none of the kids would even come to visit.
Yeah. Yo.
Who I would even send, thanks a lot for the flower, who I would even send money. I spent monthly, I don't know how much for her, that I could not even do for my mom. Ne?
Yeah.
That woman during the night, she called my husband. Atla, they sat down. Then she cried basically after talking to me that I told her one, two, blah, 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 blah. Then my husband called me, said that, how dare you want to kill my mom? And you are the last person because of I'm the one organizing ambulance. Wabo. I dropped the phone. I called the brother-in-law.
Sure.
Because of currently,
No kwatile
yeah.
mos.
Ke kwatile and ke kwatisha ke gore I'm the least of them all to be a danger to this woman. I honor her as the person who gave birth to my husband. I honor my mom as the person who gave birth to me, not because of I owe her. So in that process, I told my husband that, you know what, I think now you are losing it because of you don't know me. If you knew my position, you'd never even feel or I'm a threat to your mom.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because of I'm a threat to your mom, ke bona e le gore gone bjalo, I need you here now. I can see gore we going nowhere. You are not even matured enough to protect me. And I don't even see
Yeah.
you being a king.
I
Because
always
I
have a
don't
problem
think,
with men who can protect their families, you know. It should be weird
yes,
for anybody to want to come to you as a man and speak about your wife and your kids
your better
and vice
half.
versa.
That's the thing. I told her that your mom undermined you enough that he tells you that I insulted her. Your better half, you could not protect me from her. And one of the things my dad called you, the time the process of my marriage was complicated. And I did not understand my dad that time. You know what? I want your mom here. They brought bo bareking bo maditsela bo whatever ra kenya ke bo maditsela kenya ka mma ha o le papa gago here on the floor because they are the one who
Yeah.
are taking my child. In that process, I called my dad. I didn't even know what they discussed behind there because I get they take you away. So in the process, I called my dad. I told him, Ore, this is what is happening. He said to me, Arwanaka, what is your husband saying? I told him, no, this is where he's standing currently, but I cannot tolerate this. It's either it ends today or I don't even take it anymore because of I cannot go into a further step. You know, it's that thing ya gore, the brother-in-law called me. A re ko nna, a re, I heard that you called. I said, yes, I called. But I want you to sit down with your brother, which is my husband, to find out what is his vision or what is it that made him to marry me? What am I to him? Because this far, he's none of the things that I have seen my dad being. My dad is a toxic person, and I cannot even compare to him. But I have felt like a princess to my dad. But mo go yena, I feel gore gone bjalo ke ka fase ga mma. So if it's like that, I am more matured enough for me to sit and look at him and the mom gangering against me.
Yo.
Wabo? So then I think his senses came back. The mom-in-law called me after a day. Ne? Hang phonela, ebe a re monna re ngwanaka, I spoke to you maabane and I apologize. Ka re bona nna ke go tshwaretse gale. But there's one thing that you should know about me. I don't just forgive. There are things that are meant to be said because of their a reality.
Yeah.
So, ladies, we need to learn that it's not everything that you forgive. Even today, I'm asking myself that how come can I forgive a person who cheated because of that is the premeditated thing. Even le
Yeah.
mo go Modimo ga e go tshwarelo eo.
Yeah.
Ha e
Yeah.
go. If
Yeah.
there was cheating, marriage, you should know what is the end of the marriage. That's it. You can try or we drag or whatever. I don't even want a person or arrogant, but you must know or that is the end because of that shows where you were not there. And you avoid more eating and go batlagala motho a feeling that gap. And it's not yourself because you're already there.
Yeah.
Then my brother-in-law called me and then, what do you think? I said to him, Jorge, I don't believe in discussing my marital issues with in-laws, neither my dad nor yourself. What is the reason? I told him that you have an umbilical cord that you are sharing with my husband, and my father does the same thing. The moment I already called my dad protected me already. The reason why I had power, Madam Speaker, is because of when I called my dad, he gave me power to stand up against anything that might victimize me.
Yeah.
Ne?
See how strong I am. This is all my dad's work. All of this, it's my father, Aliwa.
Yes, he is so, can I say evil? He is so evil that the words that came out of his mouth are not what I thought would come from his mouth. Then I told him that I have never compared you to any of my sisters because you're not of any value of that. If today you are asking me that it's between your mom and me, can you really tell me hore apola le panana ke bokae? You cannot tell me that is true. It's a le apola le panana. And I can never replace your mom. That is one of the things that you should know. And your mom can never replace me. In case she can replace me, please divorce me now. Ne?
Yeah.
I told him, I called the lawyers. I didn't even have a cent to pop out that money. I called the lawyers. I called, my mom was in the house. I didn't even tell her because of one thing for sure. Go nyiwa ka kwa iseng ka mo high blood a mama ka ena meletse ke motho. Go namela e leng ka kwa fela e le one. Then he said, let's talk to him. You're not even talking to my mom. Utlemo to recover. O e leng ro bolela le ena ko la a ntšeng kwa gae high blood e namelela ga botse gore o kwetse pain. Ke nna ke bolela ke le one. In that process, ne, I then learned gore re tlile go ba bo makoti forever unless you take yourself out of that.
Yeah.
Ne? and they will classify you as that. You will be a doormat in their family
You will
unless you
literally be
take
like an
yourself out
orphan
of
that they
that.
adopted.
You like imagine, you know, I was thinking, Corey, what if it was my dad who passed away? What if I was an orphan? Ne ke tlile go ba eng? I was going to beg. Ne ke tlo ya mabitleng ke ilo nyakana le mama to answer, and a gona mmu o tlo bolelang. Ne?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I told him, he said, let's try marriage counseling, and I said, I'm going to try it. But this is one of the things that is part of cheating, because of this is not what you told me you are bringing me for. I'm not
Yeah.
here for competition, and I will not even play competition in any sort. Then I told him that, you know what, this is the last time that I am stepping into this whole thing, yeah, issue, yeah, the families and.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm doing that is because of I need to be able to stand on my own so that I can be stronger for each and any action that I want to take. Because of currently, I have the dummies, I thought it's a family. And I didn't realize that the family that I really have, it's only my family. The rest, I will never even be a family. You know, my dad, when he was talking to me, o rile mo go nna a re, my daughter, who are you? I told him, a re ngwanaka o tlo. There is no way ye e leng gore you would change. That is one of the things that I told your mom-in-law when they visited. Ka re wa ka ngwana ha change-iwe.
Yeah.
The way a leng ka gona, that's the way ke mo rutileng. And she's a woman enough for that marriage. If you have daughters and you find gore ke leshaedi, that means ka ga gago le wena o na le leshaedi, you will tolerate her like a daughter. Ba re mo yena ba re no, but o tshwanela ke gore a tle a tlo ntsha bongwetsi, a re a gona bongwetsi unless o re ngwana ka e tlo ba makoti. I did not raise bomakoti. I only have daughters. I did not raise bomakoti ka mogaka. Ke raisitse daughters. Wena o raisitse bomakoti na? Are your mom-in-law responded me, are no, I raised daughters. Are therefore you going to have the daughter I have in my house.
Yeah.
That gave me much power to even stand further. They called a meeting. They said wherever they said. I didn't even mind that they were sitting on that Saturday.
Yeah.
They spoke whatever they spoke. Come the next day, they called me. We said, this is what it was discussed. I told them, I'm not even interested into hearing what you discussed, because none of those things, I'm not in marriage for the things that you think I'm there for. I'm there for building my own generation. So which is one of the parts that you cannot respond as in-laws. Neither my dad can respond to my personal needs.
Yeah.
So by saying the boundaries that I have set prior to getting to marriage are the boundaries that I am keen to implement.
Yeah.
I even told him that I told you that there is nothing called a mistake of being undermined, of being cheated, because it's premeditated.
Yeah.
The moment you feel
Calculated it well beforehand, before you actually
yes,
do the act.
beforehand, I even told him my mom was from a toxic marriage, or she is in a toxic marriage with the same dad that I'm talking about. And I will not dare at any time have a chance to wait for that.
Yeah.
After more than 80 something years, my mom in marriage, she's still makoti ko gabo papa.
She's still a slave there.
A
Slaving
slave
away.
there was a funeral recently. She was very sick. They were like, "Mmago kae, bo makoti ba tlile ka re lona la
Yeah,
lwala
when
mara."
she's sick, it doesn't matter. Whether she's sick or not, they
It
want her
doesn't
there.
matter.
But she's
Kare
their
that
donkey.
person is very sick.
She's
Kare,
their donkey.
hey,
They want her
gape bo
there.
makoti what? Lena ga le tsamaya ga le direng. I told them to fuck off. Ne? With the in-laws that time when I was burying my father-in-law, after that, they told me, no, I poke out everything that I had, got the tinta di potla le di triangle, everything. Gashala kile naked. None of them who are working, all of them, good jobs, pop out a cent. Ne? After that, I told my mom-in-law after that, Gary, a re no go nyakega diaparo tša go apara what ke reng ka re I'm doing this because of I'm honoring that man who is there.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
protected
That
me
father
from the
figure.
first day
Mm.
that I came in here.
Mm.
So ba re monna ba re why o sa bolaya kgomo on that day ne
Mm.
ka re ko bona ka re ha shia dikgomo ka mo jarateng
Mm.
and nna ke makoti ha ke kopane le dikgomo.
Mm.
Two, ge ife e le gore lena you knew gore he needed home, you should have bought it.
Yeah.
Mama zala re ngwana ka marankebe papa a gago o mmolekile ka kgomo ka re bona ha shia lešaka ka mo jarateng and I've done enough. When the
Yo,
casket
they don't
was about to
appreciate.
go down, they
That's the Makoti
don't.
part right there. They don't appreciate
Yes,
the
when
little
the
that you're
casket
doing. Nothing
was
you ever do will
about
ever
to
be
go
good
down,
enough.
Bona, you're not good enough, you are nothing. If whoever thinks gore yena o nagana gore ke leblomo ka mo lebala leblomo la mmago fela. You know, when the casket was about to go down, they asked me gore kobo e kae. Somebody ran to the house bare mama somebody nna mama botlhokwa o na le dikobo tse di mpšha ka mole she can take re be mo godimo ka re bona I've honored my father-in-law enough.
You've
Whoever
done
feels
enough.
gore he's feeling that coldness yeo or a feel gore o shota kobo a ye ko ga gae a ilo batla kobo.
I like. Yeah.
None of dikobo tsa ka di tla ya koo ne.
Mm.
When we were busy with the preparation and everything, ba re ko nna ba re no is the preparation roll at stop ke re no ke a tseba re ba re wena o makoti you're not talking ke re no ke makoti but this is my dad unless you're telling me that is not my dad. What is it that you are going to do? Latan sutwa hai ayapar. But no, it needs to be distributed mo go rena. Ka re hey, that e rekilwe ke nna ko yena.
Not
He
for
ke fitlha mo
distribution, but for
bothata.
him.
Not for
Yeah.
distribution ya lena or la share whatever.
Mm.
They made sure gore ba ya ko ba mo lata ba mo apesa ne
Yeah.
but I don't even see why you should be treating him like that unless you're telling me that he did not do enough for you, but for me he
Yeah.
did enough.
My sister,
Babua,
I'll
I
need you to
kept
wrap up,
quiet.
ne? Just to get in there.
Yes,
I'll need you to wrap up so that I can at least take two more people before we can
yes, let
chase
me
up
wrap
the
up
date.
now. So
Yes, love.
in conclusion ne
Yes.
ladies, we should know gore we will never be a belonging ko bona. We should stop seeking for attention ko bona. We should learn to be ourselves and be our true self because of we lose us in the process of buying them into
Yeah.
accepting us. They will never accept us. Ne? And then the last thing e leng gona ke gore the instant or whatever thing that you can see, there's nothing that is so-called a person would change in life.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
person who changes, it's only a person who changes with actions. But the
Yeah.
reality at the end of the day, the real person would come out and he would never change. That's the
Yeah.
least that I can say,
Yeah.
Madam Speaker.
And
So for the
only the people who
ladies,
are willing to change, not because somebody's pushing them to change. The inspiration has to
yes,
come from the inside.
from the inside. And le wena
Yes.
hey feel you feel gore you are overloaded. Stop feeling gore wena o ka re
Yeah.
o curse or wena o ka tswa lenyalong o tlo ira eng. There's nothing like that. And some of the marriage are not meant to be. There are signs even prior to the marriage gore this is not meant to
It
be
shouldn't even
and
have taken place it shouldn't have even taken place.
it taken place in the first place, but we ignorantly accepted that marriage. And God
Yeah.
told you or whispered to you, "Are this is
Yeah.
not a marriage, Wanaka. Wara Papa, please bless me.
Please
I don't
make it
want to
work.
bless you
Make a
because of
plan,
why."
Papa. Yeah.
So
Oh, my
Papa, how
sister.
I hear that plan, God, Father God, I'll fall in but hasilinyalo. Even at the end of the day, little fella in that way, but do
Yeah.
not be shaken because the
Yeah.
signs would be there even before. That's the
Yeah.
least that I can say.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. You have said a mouthful. Wo asakwang, what my sister was saying here. Hey, Arit. But I really
My
appreciate you being
pleasure.
here and sharing and just encouraging us and teaching us. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Please keep up the good work. We need you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere.
Oscar
I'm not going
next.
anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you so much, ma'am.
My
Okay, I was trying to get somebody to come in here, but I see they've already, guys. We have 12 minutes left. I'm hoping in the 12 minutes we can split and have 2 people come in, and then do what? Yo, guys, the requests are still so many. Hi, okay, because we were a bit late. We were like 10 minutes late. Maybe we must add 10 more minutes onto this so that at least we can cover up for the time that we've lost. Hi, my honey. Can you hear me?
Hi, madam.
You are very, very,
Yes.
very. I can barely hear you. Your volume is so low. I don't know if you can maybe up it a bit. And it seems
Hi.
like there's a time delay on your side as well.
Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna have to let you go for now, my love. Please do request again. I will make sure that you skip and
Hi.
come in after the next person who's gonna come in. But for now, I'm gonna have to let you go so that we can save time. But I'll make sure that you cut the line because the line is quite long. Hello. Okay, who else is coming in now? Hello, Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Madam Speaker. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm here
I know that me and
again.
you can talk for days, but you only have 5 minutes. What can you do
Uh,
with 5 minutes?
More than a lot, eh?
Ah, that's what I want to
Yeah,
hear. That's what I want to hear. Thank you so much.
yeah.
What did
So
we?
still on the topic of having lost so much, like if
Yes.
you keep talking about what we've lost in the course of
Mm,
marrying people's
mm,
children, it will be
yes.
so bad. So instead of we talking about that, I think,
Yeah, the thing is, because people are coming in every day, there are new people who are coming in with their stories just to share with us and enlighten and just to raise an awareness for whoever that would like to hear what people have been going through and losing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I spoke and then somebody said, "Hey, self-lover, we like you." But many people really don't know me so well. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about we talking about the way South Africans are losing in marriages and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So now I need to just give a very shocking truth so
Mm-hmm.
that it can break certain tables because I know it will help some women in the life today. We're
Mm-hmm.
334. I'm in
Okay.
Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Nigeria. I was married to a Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to say is, even on the side of South Africans married to Nigerian, I have seen this trend going on TikTok where they make you feel like it's so special.
Yeah,
Darling,
like this
it's
tribe or
not.
this whatever from people from here are better than this. People from here. Hmm. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
So and then you see Nigerians, South Africans be married to Nigerians. Now they coming online to make it feel like, hey, because you're a South African married to a South African, you really don't know what life is talking about. That's
Yeah,
all lies.
missing out. Yes.
You're not missing anything, darling. That's all
Mm,
lies. These
mm,
ladies, they are under bed sheets and calves
mm,
crying all night
mm,
because of the pains. Many of them, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm
mm,
saying a lot of them because I
mm,
could remember in those gatherings, when you go for those gatherings those days, you will see
mm,
them, they will just push you to one side and start telling you things, and you will literally cry for them. So for
mm,
those ones that are not married to them, that are feeling like, hey, I think I'm dating this Nigerian, there is a potential in there.
mm, mm,
Please, 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 don't fall into such traps. If you are thinking of going through that, and it's a thing of, hey, I think there is potential there, don't even think of it because it's a Nigerian. Ask
mm.
yourself, is my credit card safe? Is my credit record sound? Is
Yeah.
my car safe? Because these
Mm,
people, they will come and shower you with everything. Like they will give you the best of the best. But those women are not telling you that inside that house, they are living with these Nigerians, that they've taken their IDs to go collect loans to buy drugs. They've even set them up. They've flown them to Dubai and they are coming back with drugs all around them, flying them
There's a price to
into,
pay for this nice life, eh?
and they are paying a price that is worse than what they are getting. But
Yeah.
because of the fact that you are already in there, remember that Nigerians have this superiority complex. So the first thing they think of is how to subjugate you to be with them. So that's why they rush in and go for the child. And then they keep on promising you that, hey, I will, even if you want to take the child, you cannot take the child away from me. When it's a lie. I'm telling you, it's a lie. You will see them as soon as they get a Nigerian girlfriend, boom, they will leave you and go to that their Nigerian girlfriend and tell themselves, no, I am definitely sticking to this one. Even in conversations where people married for 10, 11 years, they will stay there and tell you, hey, you know what, at the end of the day, I cannot, are you sure you can go with me back to Nigeria? That's bull crap. Even in Nigeria, we don't want them. We don't want them because the character sucks. So whenever they come to you and say, hey, I love you, I want to marry you, my dear, please, please look at your credit score. Look at your card. Look at your car. Look at everything. Because at the beginning, it's all about showering you. I wouldn't lie. They
But
will
you're gonna
give you
pay for that shower. It's an
everything.
investment, actually. They're investing, they'll get a big return.
It's a trap, an investment is something that you know that you are building and we are building. Yeah, it's a win-win. But this one is not an investment, it's a trap. In that trap, when you are going to lose, you will lose both what you got, what they gave you, and what you
And
gave
more,
them.
and so much more.
What they gave you, you will lose. What you gave them, you will lose. Because at the end of the day, it's now a thing of you being battered. Somebody was trying to share something on TikTok. I'm like, okay, let me just give you an instance of how this marriage work. Because I'm not even talking because I've been married to Nigerians. I'm telling you because I'm a Nigerian woman. My ex-husband was in a very serious relationship with someone here. When he came back home to marry me, then they will now tell you that we are illiterate. Darling, we are not. We are six-figure earners in our country, making serious money. And then these guys tell us, hey, these women are useless. They can't even take care of their children. In fact, even the one that I have with this Nigerian, South African woman, I'm the one taking care of him. I've been doing everything for the child. The mother is a drunkard. And then you say, okay, don't worry. I'm doing a good job here. Even when I go back to when I come to South Africa, I will tell my company to transfer me here. Then I'm going to make sure. Then when you come here, you will now see that it's one empty vessel. Like, when somebody is an empty tanker looking for who to, why, then they will now tell their girlfriends here. Remember that they didn't break up with that one. Then they will go and tell the girlfriend, it's my mother that married the wife for me. What do you mean? Do you know how much it means to marry someone in Nigeria? That your mother is marrying someone for you. Then they will tell you, when you now tell, why are you going out in the night? You say, this South African woman wants to take me to court with the child. It's a lie. How will she take you to court with the child when she's not even seeing you? Then remember now, two women are trapped. He's getting from you as a Nigerian, and then he's also getting from her as a South African. Because
it's a win-win for him.
Yes, it's a win-win. Then you see the girl not dressing well, and then you say to the person, why are you not dressing well? Madam Speaker, the money that you are making as your salary, he is collecting it because he's telling you that because you're a Nigerian, you have to be submissive, meaning that whatever money you make, you must bring it home. So you see, the suffering the South Africans are suffering is what we are also suffering.
So our problems are common. We have common problems.
You know, I said one day I'm gonna come to this your platform and bust this guy's bubbles. One day somebody was telling me, how come your husband didn't give you papers? I said, Mina, I came from Nigeria as an expatriate to this country. My country brought me here. So how can my ex-husband be telling someone that Mina, happiness, the mother married him for me? No, it's a lie. That's not true. And then one day, and I said to the girlfriend, the one they had a child with that he was hiding, I'm going to see you face to face. We sit down on the same table. If you can confront me and tell me how I snatched your husband or whatever, then we will decide who will leave who for who. You know, this lady sat down on that seat with me for like 2 hours. Each time she was like, I'm sorry, ma, because they confront, there is nothing to compare. You are a woman, I am a woman. There is a culprit in front of us that we are supposed to slap.
But we are not dealing with the culprit in most cases. We are dealing with each other as women.
I told you know how this marriage ended? Because me and the baby mama united and became friends. That's how the relationship ended. That if I am not going to end the relationship with the baby mama, then we can't be in this together. I'm like, cool, then it's fine.
So now because you can't find the baby mama, he can't benefit from fooling the two of you now. It's not fun for him anymore. He can't get anything now.
Baby mama is in Durban, taking care of a 6-year-old child. 6 years alone. Mina, I'm in Joburg. I don't even know what is happening. Then someone is swearing at me and telling me he's going to send guys to kill me. I said, no, I'm coming to Cape Durban. If you see me in Durban, tell me face to face. Then he's now telling me, no, you don't even look like what this guy is saying. So we are all in this together. Especially when they tell you as a Nigerian, as a South African woman, I want you to listen to this as a South African woman. Whenever a Nigerian person tells you that he is scared that the mother is going to get a wife for him, it's a lie. How can the mother get a wife for him? It's a lie.
Are you hearing? Now, these your ears waking. Women, listen.
It's a lie. There is no one that you can't even, you know that you must come back to that child. A Nigerian man will never give you their child because you are in weakness. Come on, South Africa. You're not even in America, you're in South Africa. Then you want me to give you my child. No. Nobody will do that in Nigeria. Not even my own father. I'm telling you that my ex-husband came to Nigeria and spent 2 months begging them just to marry me. But when they bring you here, they will tell you their mother. It's not true, Mama. Even when they start telling you that the reason why I'm not going to do this is because they said you are not going to come back home. You are not going to go back home with me. Tell him I will go home with you.
Sure.
Tell him I will go back home with you. Do the visa for me. Do everything. Let me go and see your mother face to face. So that when your mother sees, she will even know that me, whoever I am better than that your Nigerian girlfriend. Because they will tell you, hey, Nigerian women are not good in bed. South African women are good in bed. It's a way of deceiving you to do snake in the monkey shadow. So that you'll be feeling like, my dear, the same thing. Then they will come to us Nigerian women. They will tell you, South African women, their pussy is so wide, we can put our whole hands inside. Then you are busy forming tight pussy. While you don't know that this guy is playing 2 people at the same time. The same commitment you can give to a Nigerian is the same commitment he can give to you. Let me tell you, most of these Nigerian guys are gonna die here. They are not going back home. They are going to die here. So anytime somebody is telling you, in case if I want to go back home, will you go back with me? Tell him, I will go back with you. He will run away. He will run because he knows that he's lying. What do you mean if he's gonna go back home? Are you planning to live where you're taking greener pastures? It's like telling somebody, what if I leave Joburg to relocate back to KZN? You're not going anytime soon. If the country is getting better and better. So for me, I'm saying it and saying it loud. Whenever they bring terms and conditions, we need to start telling ourselves, you see this hate between Nigerian women and South African women. If I can use this your platform to break it and make them understand, even us as Nigerian women, we are divorcing them. They should go. We don't want anymore. It's the same. Everywhere is the same.
Oh, my sister. Listen, you know what? We are going to wake these women up. We are waking up, all of us, all together. You see, when we unite as women, what's going to happen now? If we unite as women, there will be nowhere to run but change.
Yes,
because
the
today
change is compulsory.
I was giving a speech during the day today to say that when a bag is filled with potatoes, if there's one sweet potato in there, because you don't understand it, you want to throw it away. You want to say this is the bad one simply because it's different. But if we all stand together, instead of saying, hey, one rotten potato will spoil the whole sack, if now we all stand together in unity and we speak one language, then that means all of us will be rotten. Then they will have nowhere to run than to deal with these so-called rotten potatoes.
They won't even have a potato again to eat. So at the end of the day, you will not have any choice than to start amending those your rotten potatoes or even managing them, because definitely a man cannot live without a woman. She's the prize. This thing called marriage or relationship is very stressful. Sometimes people will say, hey, I said to them, I used to tell people, stop saying I'm single, because when the more you keep making it look like you are single, it means you are lonely. There's a difference between being single and being lonely. I'm not lonely, but I'm just single because I don't want the drama. So, but for us, in conclusion, we must learn to understand something. When someone is telling you something, especially Nigerian men are always, let me just give in conclusion one of their language. When I was growing up, I suffered so much. Even my whole family abandoned me and I came by road to South Africa. It is a lie. That guy was not abandoned. He didn't come by any road.
He just wants you to feel sorry for him.
To collect. So please, keep your card, keep your credit score.
My sister, I'm going to hit you up now. I'm going to send you a message or please do send me a message on the inbox. We need to have something about something. I saw somebody here commenting saying African women united. If we can unite, then none of these things are ever going to divide us again, because we are being fooled. All of us, we are all losing.
I'm going to say my own from, first of all, I'm healed. Secondly, I am saying it from a very comfortable perspective without fear or favor. Anybody that says that is a lie, they should come face to face and say, Happiness, what you said is wrong. Then I will prove to him that man you feel like it's a trophy. I lived with him for 7 years in the house. You can't tell me otherwise. No, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Hi, thank you so much, my sister, for sharing this information with us. You know what? You just did the Lord's work. Thank you so much, my sister. God bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, guys, as I promised, I'm going to take one last person. I think we have a guy. We have a guy. Do we have a guy? Yeah, we're taking the last one. This is the last person that we're taking in. And then after this, we're done for tonight. Hello, my brother. Hello. Going once, going twice. Alpha's gone. Okay, I'm going to take somebody else now because we don't have time. We don't have time. We're going to take the last person. This is the last one. We're wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much, my sister Self-Lover, for what you just shared with us. Yeah, I know you were fired up there. I wish we had more time. But yeah, unfortunately, that was it for today. Hello.
Hi, madam. Can you hear me now?
Are you using headsets?
Yeah.
I think that's the problem, because even now your voice is still very far away, my love.
Here.
Please try speaking. I think now you're a bit better.
Can you hear me now?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. Let me just
Hello.
confirm with everybody else if they can hear you, because I think I can hear you a bit better than I was before. Everybody on the comment sections, my people, can you hear her? Okay, now they can hear you. We can proceed, my love.
I'm not gonna take long. I
Please,
just want
please,
to
we have
pass
to wrap
this
up.
message.
Yes,
Yeah.
love.
Today I just got a message that one of the lady that I know, she was killed by his ex-husband in the morning. So what I want to share is that as married people, you can get married and divorced to a person, but men are in control of women because they told themselves, if she's not mine, no one can take her. So what happened was that guy killed her ex-wife, and then now the guy ran away, and like it's like he's nowhere to be found. But the wife she was there lying there and dead. And then the wife, like, you will cry because she left a newborn baby. And this guy, he didn't even want to accept to the fact that the lady was tired of being abused. So he think that the solution was like, let me just kill her so that no one can have her, since I'm no longer having her. So
Yeah,
what
it's
I can
something that
share
we have to
is
be
that,
careful of.
yes. So what I can say is that the moment you feel like you are getting abused, just leave. The moment you see that this is getting serious, just leave the marriage, because a lot of people are getting out of their marriage with coffins, which is very, very, very a bad thing to us as women.
Yeah.
And as young adults, as we grow up, we see that this thing is a reality. Abuse is real, and it's taking a lot of lives. So
Yeah.
let's hope this short message of mine made us, this women in here, to be aware of cruelty that men are doing
And
to
also take care
women each and
of
every day
I
of
think
our
I think the one
lives.
thing that can help, with us ladies being more aware, being like, just being always being woke, and just prepared, is us supporting each other. I think us supporting each other, these
Yeah,
type of things, this type of sittings where we're saying we are creating a safe space for ladies to speak, we are creating a safe space for ladies to learn from
yeah,
one another, and also to understand that what you're going through is not, you're not the only one, you're not the first one. This is an initiative for us to actually get to a point where we understand that anything that is tampering with our happiness, that is endangering our lives, we need to run away. And when we
yes,
run, we know that we are safe in each other's arms. Because I think a lot of people, the reason why they're scared of running away is simply because they don't know where to run to or who to run to. Because we've been judging ourselves
yeah,
or judging each other for such a long time, to a point where even speaking up or
yes,
opening up becomes a problem, because you don't know whether staying in a painful situation is better than you leaving. Because when you are staying, it's painful, but when you're leaving, it's even more painful, because people are going to judge you, they're going to laugh at you, they're going to call you names. So
yes,
when we create safe environments like this one here, where we can just say, ladies, we are safe, let us speak, let us help each other, I think that is just one step
yes,
towards the right direction. So I really appreciate your
yes.
input, and thank you so much for sharing this information
And
with us,
as
my love.
women, we must never let pride of what people are going to say. The moment you
Yeah.
feel pain is the moment that you must react, and never
Yeah.
mind what other people gonna say about you, because people will talk, but they don't really feel what's hitting you inside. So it's better to leave. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good
Oh,
night.
okay. So
Sending
thank you
love
so
to
much,
all
my love.
women.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Guys, we have reached the end of our show. Unfortunately, this was episode 3 of season 1 of Losing in Love with Madam Speaker. I know that we never get enough. I know that every time when we have to leave a live, there's always more people who wanted to come in and say something, but unfortunately we always have to come to an end so that we can give space for us to do other things, because now I still have to go back to the event that I was at. See how committed I am. I was at an event, I had to leave for 2 hours to come and do this live, and then I'm going back to the event where I was. Okay, and then I'm gonna post this for those who have missed some part of the show. I'm gonna post this on YouTube and uncut. I'm hoping that tomorrow around this time it's going to be available. I'm gonna premiere it on YouTube. Okay, and also thank you so much for everybody who participated. Thank you for everybody who tuned in, everybody who was here to just, give their input. I really appreciate the love and support that you guys are showing me. God bless you. And I really see the messages that are coming through with you guys and encouraging me to keep going strong, to just keep doing what I'm doing. Trust me, it is not all going in vain. Trust me, you are doing the Lord's work. You are actually empowering me. You are doing more. You are doing more for me than what I'm doing for you. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you and good night. See you on the next episode. I will make sure that 8 o'clock next week Saturday I'm here. Okay. I love you all so much, guys. Good night and God bless you.